Speaking of being bad at everything, we're live.
Hooray!
Yay.
Hey, happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah.
We did it. It's the holidays.
Happy holidays, indeed.
Coming to you live from Calgary.
All Calgary, all the time.
All three of us, yep.
In my mom's basement.
Yeah. Sean, how's it being back in Canada?
Good. I'm enjoying the holiday break. It's fine. I went to Banff.
Yeah.
You know.
I saw some pictures. Took some pictures up there.
Yeah, did the usual Banff. Actually, I have a good story to tell about Banff.
Okay.
So we drove to Banff. This would have been on the 21st. They got a big dump of snow that night.
Sure.
Roads were real icy.
Uh-huh.
So we're driving to the Banff Springs Hotel just to walk around that. And just in front of the Banff Springs Hotel is like a roundabout. And we were going to see if there's any parking near it. Otherwise, we were going to take the roundabout and then go back to the town, park there, and maybe walk.
Mhm.
So there's a lineup of cars to get like kind of onto the roundabout. So I stop the car and I'm waiting. And then I realize the car at the front of the line isn't moving and people are driving around him. So clearly that person is stuck or stalled or something.
Right. Uh-huh.
When that happens, I start to pull to the side to go around. The car's moving backwards, sliding down the hill.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
And my mom's like, why are you reversing? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm hitting the gas. Like, we're going backwards. Luckily the person behind us was a good chunk behind us and we were going pretty slow. But we basically slid so much that we were sideways that I just drove back the other way. I'm like, well, we're not going to the Banff Springs Hotel. Car can't make it.
Yeah. Damn.
We did go up to the hot springs.
Uh-huh.
So we went to the hot springs. That was all fun. We're driving back. Cars are stopped on the road. So we have to, we pull up, we stop. And we had heard before we had left that something had happened with a bus on the road.
Okay.
So we're waiting at the car. Can't see anything ahead because there's like a turn a little ahead. It's all just one way. So I get out of the car and I just start walking. And I'm walking and I'm following the cars and I'm walking. Like 50 cars at least. A bus apparently had tried to get up there, slid back at an angle, and jackknifed the road shut.
Oh Jesus.
I have a picture of it. I would show the camera, but the camera I'm using is awful. But yeah, I took a photo of that. Why not?
Sure.
Of course
we were waiting in that line for an hour and a half.
Oh.
Because it was one way in and out, and there's only one way to get out of the Banff Springs, the hot springs.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty miserable because we were hoping to get home before like sunset.
Yeah.
Which we basically left after the sun had set and had to drive home in the dark while it was like blizzarding a bit.
Great.
Sounds great. That was a fun Banff trip. Yeah. But what about you? What have you guys been doing this last week? How are your guys' Christmases?
I got a cold and a sinus infection, so I basically laid in bed sick for the past week.
Jesus.
So miserable.
That sucks.
This is the most energy I've basically had for the past week and a half.
Right.
It was bad.
Damn.
I actually ended up skipping out on Christmas yesterday too because while I was feeling mostly better, my nephews were vomiting.
Yeah.
And I think I might have gotten part of it from them since they're going to daycare. So they might have gotten it, like they might have been carrying some disease.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we missed out on doing anything really yesterday and just kind of chilled at the house, which sort of sucked because that was like maybe the second Christmas ever I haven't spent with my family, but got to see them today. So.
Okay. What was the first? What kept you away the first time?
Mom and Dad moved to Newfoundland, and they were driving during Christmas.
Oh, okay. All right. What about you, Paul? How was your Christmas?
It was good. So after the podcast last Thursday, on Friday, we went up to my parents' house until Monday, came back Monday, and we're at Aaron's family's doing stuff until today. This morning. I came home this morning. So I haven't been home for about a week. Almost a week.
Right on.
Yep. Just so
Right
much
on.
food. Nothing but food, and
That's good.
I'm
That's the
so
holidays.
sick. I'm so sick of food. But yeah, no, it's been good.
That's a good sign then you had a decent holiday if that's the case.
Yeah, no, for sure. I wish every day we had like home cooking like that. Like it was a pretty good week for sure. But yeah, no, nothing too special. We don't have any young kids in the like close family yet. So Christmas is kind of just basically us like getting together, maybe a drink or two, snacks and food and like chatting. It's nothing like presents and like the excitement of Santa Claus or any of that shit anymore. So
Actually, speaking of Santa Claus, they put out a new Christmas movie this year on Netflix that I
Claus or
watched.
whatever. Yeah, was it
Claus.
good?
It is so like I watched it
Yeah.
immediately. It's on my top 10 of the year. I'm going to
Really?
watch that every holiday. It is on the list of like
Really?
these are the holiday movies I watch each year now.
Okay.
That's high praise.
I
Holy
cannot
shit.
say enough good things about it. Like my favorite Christmas movie is Arthur Christmas by the Aardman Company. Not enough people have seen that. It's also on Netflix. Go watch that. Go watch Claus. The animation's great. It's really funny. Like it is a fantastic Christmas movie. Can't recommend it enough. It's about the creation of like the Christmas traditions and like where Santa Claus came from.
Okay.
Stars Jason Schwartzman. He's the lead voice actor. Just really good. J.K. Simmons plays Santa Claus. Highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, can't say enough
Cool.
good things about that
Sounds great. Yeah, cool.
movie. Yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. I was I'm gonna ask you guys like if you got any cool stuff. I want to talk about something cool that my dad got.
I'll stop you here
Uh,
and say no, I didn't. So go on.
Okay,
I got
well
gift cards.
I'll ask John what he got.
I got gift cards. I
but
got some
again,
puzzle stuff. I got a Beyblade.
hey, I wanted to tell you guys about my dad's gift first. Come on.
All right, go
So
on.
my
wanna
dad
talk
got
about my
something called
Beyblade, I'm
Crib
sorry.
Wars. You know Cribbage, the card game?
Yep.
That's like my dad's thing.
Okay.
Like every time I come home, I'm gonna play like 10 games of cribbage before I leave. He can't get enough of it. He always wants to play cribbage. It's his go-to thing.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna hang out with my dad, I'm probably gonna play some cribbage. He
Uh-huh.
got a game called Crib Wars, which is like a variation of cribbage. So personally, I'm like, oh, thank God, something
Different.
Something different.
Yeah.
yeah. And what it does is it's like 3 times as long. Like you know the crib board, how you're trying to get the pegs a length of the board, right?
Yeah.
So crib boards is 3 times as long, and it has like penalty boxes. It has time skips. It has like areas that sends you backwards.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. So it is maybe one of the most significant things to happen to my family's like entertainment in many years, and I can't get over it.
So
That was a blessing.
is it like one game lasts like 6 hours now though, instead of like
It's
6
not 6
games or
hours.
something?
It is longer. Like
Yeah.
I would say a game of crib probably lasts about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
This probably lasts about 45. It also depends on how many times you land in one of the like 4 areas that send you back, because we were constantly getting stuck in this like loop because they've figured out the appropriate like number of spots to make it hard to get past the like
Oh
time
yeah.
trap.
Gotcha.
So like sometimes you're stuck in just a circle for a little bit, but
Damn.
we would finish one in about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. But anyways, John, why don't you tell us some of the stuff you were excited to receive or give?
Beyblade. I got a Beyblade. I let it rip. It's great.
Nice.
Nice.
I got a bunch of jigsaw puzzles. That's actually something I'm legit excited about because I haven't done a jigsaw puzzle in forever.
Cool.
And we went to one of the toy stores here and we were like, all right, what's the hardest one that you have? and it's like this 732 piece puzzle.
That's it.
The entire puzzle is black,
Oh, okay.
and every piece is shaped differently than the last. So like not even all the edge pieces look like edge pieces. It's like this hot mess. It's great. I love it.
Are you gonna stream it?
No, I've already started working on it. I have a different one
Okay.
that I might stream because I got a Star Wars one, which is all
Nice.
stormtroopers and Vader's in the middle. So
Okay.
it's like another one of those ones, but that's like a 1,000-piece normal puzzle. So I might do that for fun.
That's
Okay.
neat.
For
Yeah.
stream.
Right on. Right on.
But otherwise, I got some puzzle stuff. I got like a little mini desktop skee ball game. I got a Beyblade. My friends gave me Codenames Simpsons edition, which I didn't even know that even existed.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of gift cards to Video Game Trader, so I will spend those. I'm very sure.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
And most importantly of all, I got black socks. So there you go.
Yep. Me too.
Black,
Actually.
why is that? What's so good about black socks?
Because they're socks and they're black.
Okay.
That's like a weird, like there was like a weird commercial they used to run like years ago in Canada where they were like black socks, yay, and they would like be really weirdly overly excited about black socks, and it would just air all the time. I don't even remember what the commercial was even for. I think it was for like don't get shitty Christmas gifts or something like that. But honestly, they just
You didn't get the
overly-
message.
No, I got black socks instead.
Okay. I
Yep.
got the best Joy-Con color combination that they sell.
Oh, you got the purple and orange one?
I'm glad that you also agree with Paul and I.
I have that as well. So
They're the best too. Yeah.
they're
Hands
pretty
down.
good. You know,
Top-down
I'm sad.
perspective, definitive.
They finally released a dark blue, and I was super excited. And it
With yellow,
comes,
right?
yeah, it comes with the arms yellow, and I'm like, I already have these.
Oh, I was gonna say
So
I
those are
like
yellow.
the yellow. I thought you were about to say that you don't like the yellow.
I like the yellow. I just already have them. I don't need a third yellow just to get one blue.
Right. Is it possible to how is there a way to get both blues? Like do they sell the
No,
different
they literally only sell left blue currently.
one?
It's
Yeah,
really
okay.
weird.
That
It's
is weird.
really weird. But then again, they're only selling like like right orange and left purple right now. So
Right. There's got to be like collectors out there that are like, the only way to get the right purple was to subscribe to this newsletter, and then Nintendo was like, make this checklist and blah blah blah. Like, I bet that's gonna happen, right?
oh god, I hope not. But you're
Are you
probably
gonna
right.
collect
They
all the
probably will.
Joy-Con colors?
I feel like I'm already at that point.
Okay. Well, if you've committed, I'm glad to hear that. Cool. I also did get a new Xbox One controller. I got the Fortnite deep purple one.
Oh, okay.
It just happens to be come with Fortnite stuff, which
I would
I'll
assume.
just give away that code. I don't need whatever the skin is or whatever, but it's like a really dark purple, and I just like that one. However, it's like scratched.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a scratch in it, like a significant kind of scratch, and it's not even a centimeter long, but it's like a deep scratch. So that was a bit of a bummer, but what can you do,
really
right?
weird.
That sucks.
That's super lame.
Yeah. But, it's nice to have like controllers that don't feel like your hands have smoothed them down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm rocking those. I'm pretty excited about those.
Oh, did I show you guys the birthday gift that Reese gave me, the custom Xbox controller?
I think I've seen it on Twitter, but feel free to
I
show
probably
us
posted
again,
on
'cause I
Twitter.
don't remember
For
it.
those who haven't seen this yet, like Reese gave me a Waluigi themed Xbox One controller.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all purple, and then the sticks are like his overall buttons, and then his nose is the D-pad.
That's pretty good.
I was just about to ask, what part is pink?
Yeah, his nose or the rose that he always holds. You can say either one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right on. And does it have like your gamer tag on it?
No, it has "Wah, love you" scratched on the bottom.
Aw. That's cute.
Pretty good.
Right on. All right, well, cool. Why don't we do a podcast about video games?
All right.
If you guys have time for that.
No, not really.
Yeah.
This is the top 10 perspective for December 26th, last show of the year.
Yep.
after the Patreon show that we are going to do right after this.
Right.
So not at all.
Last proper regular podcast of the year. I'm Sean Booker.
And Paul Fleck.
I'm John Wheeler.
And I didn't play a lot, so I'm going to start us off.
Okay.
Boom, unprecedented.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
I'm impressed.
I just watched my friend play start to finish Untitled Goose Game. And
Okay.
that was delightful.
Sure. Okay.
That's a great game. Just sat down. He played through it like an hour and a half. That was very joyful. That ending is still great. When you get the fun little reveal. The big thing I've been playing this week though is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. What are you playing it on? Xbox?
Xbox One X. I brought the Xbox up with me.
Yeah. Okay.
And what was I trying to finish right before that? I must have finished something while I was here. I think it was Plague Tale before I left. I was trying to wrap that up real quick, and I did that. So I started Star Wars. I'm liking Star Wars a lot.
It's fun.
That combat is rough.
It's
hard.
easy Sekiro. Thank God. So if
Sure,
you like that combat, try Sekiro because it's a very difficult version of that.
Okay.
But yeah.
I would say it's uncharacteristically hard for what this game appears to be, because I swear every time I start, like I turn the game on, I will die immediately because I am not yet in the mode of like, oh, I need to be like taking this seriously.
Oh, okay.
This is no joke.
Yeah. How far-ish are you, if you know? It's kind of hard because you can kind of choose what path you take, so...
Yeah, right after that first planet, they give you 2 options.
Yeah.
I went to the red planet, got the double lightsaber.
Oh.
Didn't end up doing a whole lot there of it, and then they sent me to another planet, which I think I just finished up. I just got the force push. I'm a little past the force push.
Okay, so you did the first temple, is kind of what I was getting at. At least.
Is the temple like where like the balls were?
Yeah.
Right
I was going to ask you,
yeah.
how do you feel about this weird like game change from like very parry and like timing focused combat that's kind of brutal in some parts to just like Tomb Raider for a little bit, where it's just like, let's just figure out how to do this giant temple room and stuff. It's kind
I've
of
been good with it. They give you hints, which is nice. Which you don't get often in these kind of games. The game looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm playing it on like the oldest TV. I'm playing it with like the first HD TV I ever got in like junior high or something. I'm playing it on this tiny little screen because I'm back home, which is quite a change from the brand new TV I was playing it at. So everything I'm playing looks like trash right now. But it's fun. I like the wall running. Every time I'm wall running, I'm like, when are they going to reboot Prince of Persia?
Yeah.
Is that ever going to happen? I want that to happen.
Probably not at this point.
Yeah. Like you think there's like absolutely no chance there could be another Prince of Persia?
I mean, they might do it again,
maybe.
but I feel like we probably have to wait a couple more years, honestly.
Yeah, I just want more Prince of Persia, man.
Could be good.
And are you talking like, do you want another one like the standalone one that you like so much, or are you like just like a new Prince of Persia period?
A new Prince of Persia period, because I do also like the Sands of Time trilogy. I might go as far to say the Sands of Time trilogy might be my favorite trilogy of games from that generation.
Holy shit! All right.
That's strong but fair. I could see that.
Well, what would you guys say? Favorite trilogy? Like, what other trilogy is that strong?
From which era?
What era is that? That's PS2,
That would be PS2,
Xbox,
right?
GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
See,
that's
the
Metal
problem
Gear.
Is that's like
100%.
Grand Theft Auto 3 trilogy at that
Yeah.
point is also
Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and I guess they Huh?
No, I mean, it's not a trilogy, but
It's
yeah.
not a trilogy. I was saying, yeah, because like God of War,
Mario Party
there,
4,
3
5,
was
6,
on PS3.
and 7.
No, Mass Effect would have been a little later than that.
Mass Effect would have been the following trilogy,
Yeah.
which that might be my favorite trilogy from the last generation.
Oh, what am I thinking? Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah,
That's
Devil
a
May
good
Cry.
trilogy, sure.
Yeah.
Even though 2's in there, to be fair, Prince
Yeah,
of Persia is
3 makes up for 2.
sure. And the second Prince of Persia is also weak. I don't know if it's as weak as Devil May Cry 2 though.
Mm. Ooh. Probably not, but I'm sure someone's made that argument.
I'm making it here right now. Argue me. Paul, what about you? What's your favorite trilogy from the PS2 era?
I would definitely say Devil May Cry over Prince of Persia. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else in that time. Probably over GTA as well.
That was like when
Prob-
GTA broke out, though. Was that 3?
Right.
Yeah.
And do you consider that a trilogy? Because at least the other two ones, there's
Yeah, I
like
don't
a
know.
story connecting them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see that argument. Yeah.
I'm not really sure if I do, honestly, for GTA. Yeah, it's probably Devil May Cry is probably like the easy answer for sure.
Right on. That is a good answer. I definitely played more Prince of Persia myself, but anyway.
Mm.
Jedi Fallen Order is good. I think it looks really good. I think it sounds good. That map might be one of the best maps of the year.
Oh, really?
Like,
I
holy
hate that
smoke.
map. I can't stand it.
Really? What
Yeah.
do you not like?
It's the same thing that I didn't like about what is it? I think like Metroid Prime has the same map. I don't like 3D representations of maps like that.
Oh, I think that's like perfect
I
because
fucking
you
hate
can
it.
like really tell what you're looking at. I love how it says like, here's all the doors that are open to you. Here's all the ones that go into a side path. Here's the ones you cannot get to. Like it is so useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't agree. It's bad.
Okay. Okay. Trying to think like the only like Death Stranding had a good map.
Death Stranding has a very good map.
Yeah.
Mainly because waypoints is so good.
The waypoints are good, but you can also like there's a time element to the map that you can alter, the weather you can
stuff.
see.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's a lot of info on that map.
Yep.
Anyway, yep, I'll probably talk about Star Wars more
Yeah.
as I go on.
Cool.
Oh, did you guys see that movie? A new Star Wars movie came out.
I did.
Not yet. I'm gonna try to catch it this weekend.
How'd you like it, Paul?
Less than an average, I would say.
I enjoyed it. I saw it twice. You know, both parents wanted to go see it. I saw it twice. I
Mhm.
enjoyed it. There's definitely some like issues I have with it, and it feels a little convoluted.
Most of the issues I have from that movie, I think, stem from what the last one did. So that might be
Do you
it.
not like the last one?
I don't like the last one, and I don't think JJ's a good enough director to find his way out of some of the weird things that Ryan Johnson did.
I do like the last one. I also like Ryan Johnson because I'm like he did Looper, which I like quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I like
then-
his original stuff. I think when he's given something with like a history to it, it's fucking terrible though. I like his original stuff quite a bit. Knives Out, I'm looking forward to seeing. I really want to see that movie.
Can't recommend that enough. That might be like my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, I mean, a lot
anyway.
of people have said that. So,
Anyway, outside of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I played a whole bunch more Lonely Mountain Downhill, which is the BMX game. It's on Game Pass.
right, yeah.
This game, it's just a nice, like, kind of relaxing, even though the game itself is requires a lot of focus. It's just an easy, like, throw it on game. I played a bunch of that until I got to the point where they were like, "Oh, you need to be playing better if you want to unlock more levels." And I was like, "No, I'm good. Like, you should be giving me these levels when I complete like the bare minimum, I think. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna bang my head against them and grind to get under these like par times. No, thank you."
Uh-huh.
But outside that, like I still had like 3 or 4 solid hours with that game and played most of the stages because they're most of the time trials were not too bad, but then they start getting kind of rough. But that's an interesting game. I recommend it, especially if you have Game Pass.
Cool. Yeah.
But that's all I've been playing. John, why don't you continue?
I haven't really been playing much since I've been lying in bed all week, barely able to do anything. I decided to finally beat Picross S3. because I was just sick of being like, all right, I'm so far in, I got to finish it.
Yeah.
And I finally did finish it. I'm finally free from it.
Nice.
God, that is too much game.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's too much Picross. And since I was still feeling, it's like 500 puzzles. It's ridiculous.
But wouldn't you want more Picross? Like, who wants less bang for their buck?
I mean, yeah, but probably like it took me like 40 hours to finish the game, which is great if you only have a few games to play.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So of course,
like a first world problem.
Of course, foolishly after I finished that, I started playing that stupid Overlord of the Nazareth Picross game right after because I wasn't done apparently.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I can't do much more. I barely have the energy for anything else. Picross I can do right now.
Just make sure you're ready for when Murder by Numbers comes out, right?
I know, that one I'm actually excited for.
That's the showstopper as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, definitely seems like it.
But yeah, that is basically it. Like since I was kind of laid up in bed for a week, I wasn't really playing anything.
Yeah.
All right. Paul?
Still doing Death Stranding. I gotta stop it. I'm burning myself out on it to the point where I'm finding stuff to dislike and get annoyed at. I need to play something else for a bit. But yeah, Death Stranding, more of that. Man, there's a lot of roads to build. They're not gonna build themselves, so I gotta get all those ceramics, I guess. Yeah, it continues to be a weird road building simulator with weird story happening in between.
How much more game do you think you have?
Probably 20 to 30 hours.
Okay. Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing more of that when I get home.
Mm-hmm. That's basically been it, though, for me.
Right on. Okay, well, let's do some news.
Yeah. All right, so I grabbed the majority of these. This first news thing I thought was just kind of interesting. So Dead Cell's new update, I'm going to try to... it's called, like, the Legacy update or whatever? Yeah, the Legacy update. Makes it so you can play every major iteration of that game up until now. So if there was a point where you're like, I really like how this weapon and felt or whatever back, like, in this update, you can play that version of the Dead Cells. I thought this was just kind of an interesting, cool idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never got that deep into the game where I know what was different between every iteration, but I'm sure there are people there's speedrunners and stuff. So I'm wondering how this is going to affect the speedrunning community, especially I've been thinking a bit about speedrunning stuff again since AGDQ is coming up in about 2 weeks here. And like how are there just going to be categories now for literally every major update of Dead Cells there was? Because if they play differently enough,
it's going to happen. 100%.
That's crazy.
I would assume that like a few would stand out as these are the ones we speed run.
Yeah, but like I'm wondering if they're going to do it how like card games do it that have been around a while, right? Where there's like a classic mode or vintage mode or a wilder mode or whatever, and then there's like standard, which is like this is the current update, the way it's currently played as of this date or whatever. Like, it's kind of just a weird, interesting new take on that whole part of everything, too. I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out different. And I kind of want to see, like, how big these differences are, because if there's one type of gamer that's going to show off how much a game changes through every update, it's definitely going to be the speedrun community, so that'll be interesting.
Sure.
This one, I was like just thinking, man, I just wish I had a shitload of money just somewhere, because the Nintendo PlayStation prototype from back in the day is going up for auction.
Yeah. God, it'd be nice to buy that.
That is an ugly looking system, but man, that is history.
That's a console. That's a piece of like gaming memorabilia.
Yeah.
That you could use to kickstart a museum.
It literally belongs in a museum. Like, actually.
Belongs in a museum.
That's why I find it kind of weird that it's just going to, like, whatever Jagov has, probably, like, $1 million or whatever. Like, this
it already did a tour, essentially. So, like, people... Yeah. It's been in, like, a museum-style tour.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably going to be that pharmaceutical guy, right?
I don't know. Whatever happened with him, I thought he was
Isn't he
arrested.
in jail right now?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure
think
he
he
was
might
in
be in
jail.
jail. Whatever happened to that Wu-Tang Clan album?
I have no idea.
Wu-Tang got back in possession of it, I thought.
And did they release it? To anyone else?
I have no idea. That's kind of it for news. This was kind of interesting, though. So Polygon did kind of a roundup of games that were released basically for free through subscription services or whatever. So let's quickly go through them. I have them open here. So Xbox games with gold gave out about 1,200 roughly, $1,196 worth of games in 2019. This article says were any of them good or were they good or whatever. So every month we have a breakdown of the games that were given, the average Metacritic score for all those games, and the average age of like when these games came out or whatever, added together and then divided or whatever, and the total value. So we're not going to go through we're not going to go through every month, I don't think, but I'm just wondering if you guys have any idea what month was the best value, like the highest value worth of games.
Okay.
I'd have to know what the games are.
I guess so, right? Yeah.
Are we just wildly guessing on a month or what?
I could tell you the games for each month if you want.
Why don't you give us like 4 months to pick from?
Okay, so we'll do quarters or whatever. So 3 months.
Well, not exactly quarters. Just you pick at random 4 months. One of them, make sure is the top one, and then we'll guess. Otherwise, we have to pick one of 12 months, and that's just a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Voted.
January, April.
Do I need to be looking at something, or are you going to tell us the games?
January, April, or August. Okay, so in January, we have Celeste, Far Cry 2, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, and WRC 6.
Okay.
Okay, in April, you have Outcast Second Contact, Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005, The Technomancer, and Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2.
Okay.
And in August, you have Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Forza Motorsport 6, Gears 4, and Torchlight.
I mean, that's going to be the one that...
That's a strong one. It's definitely not that second one.
Yeah.
It's August. I'm going to say that one.
I'm going to say it's August, then January, then whatever that second month was.
Yeah, so August the value was $163.97 worth by itself. January was $104, and April was $109.96. So April was actually worth more by a little bit.
I thought we were doing the Metacritic scores.
Oh, critic scores?
I was going off of value, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to go off. Metacritic scores, I mean, they're all pretty similar, except for one is a huge standout.
Is it August?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
They're all roughly 70-ish, but one of them is 80. Where is it here? One of them's 83 Metacritic, and that's January.
So what was the best month?
January was the highest for Metacritic score, and September was the highest for the or August rather was the highest for value or whatever. Yep. But yeah, pretty weird little breakdown here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they have a kind of like a total thing here. So the average score in general for the whole year was 75. The average price was $24.93. And the month with the newest games on average, September. Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. Lowest dollar value, July, with $62 worth of value. Apparently that was Big Crown Showdown, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and Inside. Oh, and Meet the Robinsons. So, two $20 games, one $10 game, a $13 game, and a $62 game.
I played Big Crown Showdown.
What?
It's not good.
Oh, yeah, no. I remember you talking about that, actually.
Yeah.
And then, this is kind of interesting. Appeared on games with gold earlier. Lara Croft and Guardian of Light in January
I remember that.
2014. Yep. So that appeared earlier. And appeared on PlayStation Plus earlier. Far Cry 2, Symphony of the Night, Guardian of Light, Earth Defense Force 2025, Friday the 13th, the game, and Hitman the first season.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. They did this again for PlayStation Plus. So PlayStation Plus was much, much less because they give out half as many games.
Right, they stopped doing Vita.
Yeah. $894 worth of games in 2019.
Damn.
That's still a lot.
It's still quite a bit, yep. So the wrap up, the average score is 77. The average price was $27.96. Yeah, the average score was higher, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think the highest average Metacritic month for them was? If you were to just take a guess.
Just pick a month, because that's
just
impossible.
Pick a month.
May.
No.
November.
John was very close. October with 90.5. Last of Us
I should have known that
remastered.
based on the evidence.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I had all the clues.
Yep.
You could have saved them.
The highest dollar value month was January, apparently, because that's when they had Steep, Portal Knights, Zone of the Enders HD Collection, Amplitude, and Super Mutant Alien Assault. This was before Vita and PS3 left. So that stands to reason that just would have been the higher. The lowest was May with $36 worth of value, because all they gave you was What Remains of Edith Finch and Overcooked 1.
Those are good games, though.
Yeah, they're good for sure. Publisher with the most titles, Sony, makes sense. Second most was Ubisoft. They had Steep and For Honor, and Konami had Zone of the Enders HD Collection and Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, so they were tied for second. Games that appeared on games with gold earlier were The Witness, For Honor, Overcooked 1, and Hitman the first season.
Okay.
And then Steam released a whole bunch of different shit. So they have top sellers, top new releases, top early access graduates. I actually haven't even looked at these, honestly, yet. I just pulled them. This was given to us in our Discord. So I'm going to quickly
I'm going to look at these too.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly look at the top sellers here. So
why don't I quiz you guys?
Okay, sure.
Right.
Yep.
All right. I don't know if these are ranked. They're ranked in different categories of like gold, silver, and platinum, and I don't know if they're ranked within that. But what do you think the very first game is on the top seller?
For Steam?
For Steam.
Ooh, I don't know.
Probably Counter-Strike.
Okay, John, do you have a guess?
Oh, wait. Okay, this is important. I need to know.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Are they sellers or are they just on Steam? Do free-to-play titles count?
There are free-to-play titles on here, yes.
Because Warframe is much bigger.
So is that your answer?
Yeah, if free-to-play is on there and it's not like top grossing, Warframe is definitely high.
Okay, the first game shown here is PUBG.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess. I was
I
like,
don't know if
Fortnite's
these are
not on there, so I was like, what would it be?
I don't know if these are in an order because it's like a grid.
Okay.
CS:GO Operation Shattered Web is like 5th if we go
CS:GO.
from like left to right, top to bottom.
Okay.
Warframe is 8th.
I'm guessing Final Fantasy 14's up there.
It is not.
Okay. Interesting.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is like 11th out of the 12.
Oh, wow.
Final Fantasy 14 shows up in the gold tier a little ways down.
So gold is like their secondary? Because you were saying platinum's
It's like the
top?
second highest batch of games, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Let's see what any of these next ones, if they're interesting. Top new releases. I don't really understand what they mean by that.
Games that like came out
Top
probably
games
this year.
released in 2019 as measured by gross revenue following release.
Okay.
What do you think the first one is? I'll give you a hint. Neither of you will get it. So what do you think it is?
Neither of us will
Repeat the
get it.
category?
Neither of you will get this right.
What's the category again? Top gross
releases, which is the top games released in 2019 as measured by gross revenue following release.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
What genre of game is it?
Just take a guess, Paul.
I mean, okay.
He seems very sure we're not going to get this.
Yeah, PUBG.
I know you're not. PUBG's not on this list.
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is 7th on this list.
Okay.
The top one was Total War 3 Kingdoms.
I would have got that if you said it was a strategy game. That was huge, weirdly. And I don't know why, because I never got into those games, I guess.
And then they have it broken down by month, which we don't have to go through all of that. Let's see what this early access graduates thing is. The top games that left early access in 2019 as measured by gross revenue. You guys want to try this? I don't think you'll get it, but you can try.
Is DayZ on there?
What was it?
Is DayZ on there?
DayZ is not in the platinum tier.
Is it on there at all? I wonder. People like kind of forgot about that game, so I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't.
I'm not seeing it in any of the tiers.
Shit. Wow. Poor guys.
John, do you have a guess? Something that might be high up here?
That came out of early access?
Came out of early access and made a bunch of money.
Oh, Slay the Spire was this year, right?
Yeah, that was this year. I got nothing. I don't even know what the hell was even.
Slay the Spire is on the platinum tier list. The number one is Space Engineers.
I didn't know that was in early access. I thought that was just a release. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. My Neighbor Portia is third. Beat Saber's on this list.
Okay. Sure.
All right, let's do this last one. Most simultaneous players. So these are the games with the highest peak simultaneous players this year.
Okay.
They have it broken down by like, these are the ones that went over 100,000. These are the ones that went over 50,000.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So take a guess.
PUBG.
Yeah, PUBG or CSGO.
PUBG and CSGO are near the bottom of the over 100,000 simultaneous players. Yes.
Okay, sure, yeah.
The very first one was Total War 3 Kingdoms.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know those games are big in Asia, so that makes sense.
Warframe's also up there.
Yeah, Warframe makes sense.
Siege, Dota 2, Destiny 2, Grand Theft Auto, Halo, Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, all these make sense.
Master Chief Collection's on there considering that's pretty recent.
Right, but it only had to have the most players at one point to have made the list, right?
True.
All right, I'm going to open this link up now. I'm kind of interested to see what other stuff is in here. Oh, yeah, in VR games, we wouldn't have gone. I would have just guessed Beat Saber.
Yeah, I kind of skipped the ones that made no sense, yeah.
Yeah, so... okay. Other than that, some free stuff to check out. Epic Game Store is still giving their game per day, and it's a different game every day, so it's not like I can tell you...
Yo, did you guys get Totally Accurate Battle Simulator?
Nope.
No. But
okay.
Totally Accurate Battle
I've been in bed for a week, so...
Totally Accurate Battle Simulator and Pillars of Eternity are free for Game Pass on PC, if you have that.
It's also game preview free on Xbox.
And Twitch Prime is giving out a whole bunch of good Devolver shit. So if you have that, make sure to claim these. Heave Ho, Gato Roboto, Witch Eye, Ape Out, and Enter the Gungeon.
Heave Ho is very good.
Yeah. that's it though. I mean, it's Christmas. Not much is going on.
Not much news.
Yeah.
Then that means let's do some emails or questions. If people want to send questions in, it's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box. These first two come in from Kevin. What single player games have the highest skill ceiling?
Probably Souls-like games and fancy like stylistic action games like Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, etc.
Yeah, I would think Souls over the stylish ones because you can still get through the stylish ones while being bad. And I feel like when it
Probably.
comes to the Souls one, there's like a level of skill that you need to have or you just will not progress.
I see what you mean. I was gonna say
But I guess
Monster
that's different, 'cause
Hunter
now I'm talking about the skill floor. And
you're
it's the
talking about the
ceiling.
floor. Yeah, Monster Hunter
Yeah.
probably has one of the highest because every different weapon plays differently with timings and combos, and you can do it depends if you're in one stance or another stance or in the air, or like that game is really, really in depth.
Sure, right on. I don't have a great answer for this. Follow-up question. What genres do you wish were more popular?
Fighting games on PC, because then it wouldn't be impossible to fucking find somebody for a match.
Puzzle games, honestly, because I feel like we only get like a new, interesting, unique puzzle game. Like it almost feels like maybe once a year, if even, and probably I would say even more so than that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I still feel like there's a lot of puzzle games that come out.
There are a lot of puzzle games that come out, but I feel like a lot of them are very samey. They're not enough feel like fresh or unique.
Sure. And I guess one would lead to the other if we just had more of them coming out.
Mm.
Because I would say kind of the same thing about like racing games is they're often pretty similar, and then every few years we get one that does something different in a cool way. Like
And then a bunch of them do it, and then
what was that one from last year? Overdrive? Is that what it's called?
Which one?
That weird car-ish combat game.
Onrush?
Onrush. There we
Yeah.
go. Like that did something unique with racing games and stuff like that.
And then it died.
Yeah, exactly.
Sucks.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say rhythm games. I feel like there's not very many big budget rhythm games anymore.
Yeah.
well, because really only one company ever did them good.
Yeah.
Right. But like it's like that era has passed, and now the only interesting, like the most recent interesting one would be like Beat Saber. Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely different and interesting though, for what that's worth. It's very good,
Right.
so
Right.
at least
But
there's
even
that.
then, that's not like a huge budget game. Like I miss like when rhythm games were like really huge. That was fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Okay. Boko says you've acquired a magic lamp, but the monkey's paw has curled. You may make as many wishes as you wish, but for each one you make, a new Funko Pop figure of you will be made and mass marketed, and you must have at least one each in your home. Oh, one of each one. I get you. How many wishes can you stomach making, and what are they?
So it's a different Funko Pop of me myself.
Yes.
That's mass marketed, and you must have at least one of each one for each. So here's the thing: you can wish
it's
for
pretty easy just to
anything.
put them in like a box.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a pretty like easy monkey paw.
Yeah, honestly. And
Yeah.
Like
like
monkey paws are usually pretty bad. The Funko Pops they're annoying.
Yeah.
I literally have a thing with alt me's on my stream, so I could literally be like, all right, do this alt, all right, this alt, like I'd be fine. This is not a
Well, even
hard
if you don't,
monkey
like
paw.
I obviously don't, but I don't think the question requires me to come up with different versions. Like I feel like it'll just
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. So the
Um,
question here is actually how many wishes can you stomach making and what are they? So I wish for infinite wishes and whatever I want at that moment.
Well,
I
you already get infinite wishes, is what it says. It says you get
Oh,
you
yeah.
make as many wishes you want.
Then like
and there's no way you can wish for infinite non-monkey paw wishes because there's no way that they're gonna let that go.
non-monkey paw wishes. I mean, whatever I want, I would just wish for it. I don't give a fuck about Funko Pops if they're here.
I think what would make it harder is if you make it an actual monkey paw wish and not the Funko Pop version. How many do you think you would attempt to do, knowing that there's going to be a serious setback?
I actually wouldn't. That's way
Not even one?
scarier. No, if I didn't know what the setback is and it's
Well, no,
contextual,
you don't, right? It's
yeah,
just
no,
like
I wouldn't. Because if it means that somebody that close to me dies, like
it could, yeah, because like it could be like you want $100, but they took that $100 from your dad.
yeah,
Oh,
from his
no.
life insurance because he was fucking murdered brutal. Like, yeah, no, fuck that. That's not worth it at all.
All right, but yeah, Funko Pops, many as you want.
Yeah, if it's just Funko Pops, fucking, I'll wish for a
Stuff it
new
in the box.
house to keep them all in for how many wishes
Yeah.
I'm gonna be making.
Exactly.
I
This
don't
is my
care.
Funko Pop room.
Yeah.
I only collect myself.
I mean, when you say that out loud, it sounds really bad.
I only collect myself.
All right, John, you got this next one from VGC Kenny.
All right, VGC Kenny writes in and says, "Is there a good way to name the Xbox consoles?"
Apparently
God
not.
knows Xbox hasn't tried.
Yeah, apparently there isn't.
I seem to be like the only one who doesn't think Xbox Series X is a big deal because we're all just going to refer to it as the Xbox. And then if you're talking to someone who knows, they might ask, "Oh, which Xbox do you have?" And then you can say,
The
the
new
Series
Xbox.
X, the Series Y that comes out later or whatever.
Yeah, I legit. Even just calling it Xbox 1, 2, 3, and 4 would have been an improvement, I feel.
I mean,
I
pretty
almost think
hard.
they should have kept Scarlet, like Xbox Scarlet.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah. I feel like they stopped doing like kind of wacky out there names after like Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Like, did Sega have like the best console names? Saturn, Dreamcast.
Pretty strong.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. But after 360, like where do you go? You know what I mean?
Universe.
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Xbox. What? Okay. Wayward writes, a spin on the decade discussions going on lately. What's the series you've spent the most time with in the 2010s? Doesn't have to be a game related answer.
Oh, interesting.
Well,
probably is.
TV shows would probably win there.
What was that?
TV shows would probably win there, like if it's a long enough series like Game of Thrones.
See, I thought about like movies and stuff. Like I thought about maybe like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
mean
like,
that's a strong answer.
but keep in mind, each one of those is like maybe 2 hours. Like a game can sometimes take 60 hours, and now you've passed all of the cinematic universe.
So apparently, if you skipped the previously on Game of Thrones and the closing credits, all of it would take 63.5 hours.
I guess I
So,
spent more time playing Persona and Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
By that logic. So.
Yeah, it's
Exactly
probably
right.
game related for me too, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe like for myself, one that springs to mind is maybe like the Pokemon games, because each one of those is like at least 30 hours.
Sure.
And I
yeah.
probably played like, how many came out in this decade? 4? 3 or 4? Like every 2 or 3 years, right?
Yeah.
So that would have been a lot.
I mean, can I just say Souls games? And we have the understanding that includes Bloodborne and probably Sekiro at this point?
I would say no, because that's not a series.
Okay, FromSoft games. That, like, probably.
I think you could say, like, Dark Souls as the series.
Maybe.
Otherwise, I could be like, Nintendo games.
I mean, you literally just said Pokemon, basically.
I feel like Pokemon's a series. I don't know. Like, am I wrong here?
Everyone is different. Apparently. I'm told. But I don't see it, but whatever.
What about you, John? What series?
I mean, probably like Tetris, if you're gonna get technical. But
Okay.
like, or Picross.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
well, if
Picross is in the title, maybe that counts for every Picross game.
Otherwise, like, I guess Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Huh. I would not have thought about that, because
No,
those aren't
actually-
specifically long games.
You know, I would. No, I actually thinking about that now in the time frame. Actually, I might say Gears of War.
Okay.
What?
Since I don't
Really?
Because I didn't really get into the franchise till 2009, 2010.
Right. But
So
and those campaigns are only like 8 hours.
Yeah, but I also played through most of them on like higher difficulties too.
Like,
I've
multiple
replayed a
times?
bunch, and then played the multiplayer. Like, I played a shit ton of Gears 2
Okay.
and 3 Horde.
Okay. Right on.
If you count everything with the title Resident Evil or Biohazard, it's probably that.
I think that does count.
Yeah,
I think that counts.
Yeah.
I
By
revisit
that same
most of
logic,
those every
Smash
year.
Brothers would probably also count for me.
Yeah, Smash Bros would probably count too.
I don't think Smash Bros would count for me, because most of my playtime would have been before 2010 with Melee.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Most of mine was with Brawl, but I did spend some time with 4.
All right.
Okay. Boko says, with the year ending, I'd love to hear about your top of the year stuff, but not video games. Video games are illegal. Tell me about music and movies. I'm in the process of catching up on the movies I've missed for the year. I actually have a list, so I can't definitively say anything in that regard yet.
Right. I'm putting together my list. I still need to like rank things.
Like,
But I usually do like a top 10 movies of the year list.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna spend multiple hours talking about all this stuff at some point, either alone or with somebody at some point. The basic stuff is I kind of liked that new Slipknot album this year, and I think Knives Out is going to be pretty high if like it lives up to what I think it's going to be, because that looks really good for me.
Yeah, I don't have much. I'm not making a list or anything for music, because I'm not really keeping track of what came out this year in terms of what I'm listening to.
Same, and most of the stuff I listened to this year, I wasn't really into, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah.
Movies, I'm putting a list together though, and you know, some high ones are like Knives Out. I really enjoyed Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. I
That's
really
like
liked Booksmart. That was a good
Booksmart's
one.
good. Avengers Endgame was significant for me. Claws is good, like I said earlier. But
Yeah.
I need to like rank them and order them.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we probably could talk about that stuff at some point, but that's not this moment right now.
Yeah, I just need to think about it more. Is the real thing. I don't have anything set in stone yet.
Yep.
All right, John, you with the last question here.
Rasterman says, any plans for the 500th episode?
You'll have to wait and see.
Ooh.
I wouldn't like get your hopes super high though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're thinking of stuff. It's coming up soon. We're
definitely thinking. Yeah.
All right. If you want to send in a question for a future show, it is topdownperspective@gmail.com. at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box. What's your game of the week?
I guess Picross.
I guess Death Stranding.
And I will give it to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Cool.
All right, things coming up. We're going to do December's TDP Plus episode right after this. So if you're a $5 subscriber, you can listen to that live. It's about Fight and Rage. Also, the poll for January's TDP Plus ends tomorrow morning, I believe.
Okay.
But it's most likely going to be Time Spinner.
I don't think
a bunch of you go.
I don't think mathematically there's any way the others can win at this point.
Yeah, I don't
but
think so either.
We'll see.
But if you haven't voted and you want to vote on it, you still have a bit of time. So use that vote. You've earned it.
Democracy.
Yep. If you haven't participated in the Community Game of the Year survey, you should definitely do that. That'll be fun. Our Game of the Year episode is fast approaching.
We haven't figured out when it's going to be, is what we're saying.
But it's fast
It'll
approaching.
Be in the future.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be in January.
Yeah, there's no way because I leave in like 5 days.
Oh. All right.
Well, so I'm not on next week. Bye.
Okay. Well, good to know. But keep in mind that's coming up soon. So yeah, fill out that survey. You can find a link to it on the internet. So good luck. Anyways, that'll do it. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye. I think.